Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Argo Sports Insider. I'm your host, Will Kennedy, and as always, right here on this program, we are going to shine the light and highlight all the great things that are going on at the University of West Florida with our athletics program. We're at that point of the spring where the semester is winding down. We've either already had Gulf South Conference tournament play or are about to have it, and then NCAA's right around the corner as well for all our spring sports. We will start on the softball diamond this time around. The softball team is now up to 10th in the latest regional rankings, 18th in the country in the top 25, and things are rolling along for Coach Ashley McLean and company. In their last 7 games, the Argos have gone 6-1, and that includes a dramatic home series win over Valdosta State, one of the top dogs in the GSC along with the Argos, and they battled it out down at the Fork over the weekend. The Argos would take game 1 of the series 1-0 in a dramatic contest that went extra innings, and then they would turn around and lose game 2 in the doubleheader on Saturday. That one was a tough one, 8-4 the final score there, setting up a Sunday winner-take-all experience at the softball complex, and the Argos would get it done, falling behind 2-0 in that game, coming back to score 3 runs, and then hanging on at the end. And how about Kelsey Sweat, the super senior pitcher in the circle, getting it done, going the distance in that deciding game, also picking up a win in the first game as well. She was outstanding over the complete series, and that was enough to earn her second straight back-to-back GSC Pitcher of the Week honor. So congratulations to Kelsey. And after the big wins over Valdosta, we had a chance to talk to Coach McLean about how things are setting up for the final games of the regular season and the GSC Tournament.
I think this team showed up and played with heart this weekend, and they never gave up. In the first game, we went to extra innings, and they fought until something went our way, and we capitalized on that. And then we dropped the second game, unfortunately, but even the third game, we came out and we got back-to-back hits hit off of us, and then an error that scored 2 runs. And the team never sat back down. They kept fighting, and they kept trying to make adjustments and trying to figure out how to win, and they did. Kelsey always steps up when big games come, and especially how we lost to Valdosta last year in the regional championship to go back to Denver. That still ate all the returners up, so they definitely did not want to lose on their field against that team. And she had an outstanding weekend. Like, they out-hit us, and she figured out how to get out of her big jams every single time to keep ourselves in the game, and it's impressive. And she got Pitcher of the Week again this week, and we were talking about it yesterday, and she was just super excited. And I think getting that and the recognition that she deserves is just going to help us as we finish out conference at Lee and then go into conference tournament. Lee's very tough. I think they took 2 out of 3 from AUM. They took 2 out of 3 from UAH. So they're a very scrappy team. They're always scrappy, and it's going to be their senior weekend, their last home game. They're in the conference tournament, but they're still fighting for regional spots. So it's going to be a tough weekend, and from here on out, it's going to be tough. It's the end of the season, and so I'm excited to see what our girls bring and some of the adjustments we still need to make at the plate, and see if we can open up that door and see if we can come home with 3 wins.
Softball will wrap up the regular season up in Cleveland, Tennessee at Lee for a weekend series. They have already clinched a spot in the GSC Tournament up in Oxford, but they can still move around positionally for that. Baseball had a tougher weekend. They were at home with Valdosta coming in too. That was really a battle for second place. Whoever won the series might walk away in second place in the GSC standings with just one more weekend series to go before the season wraps up. And it was a tough one for baseball. They went with the Friday single game, then the doubleheader on Saturday. And the single game on Friday night, 6-4 game. The Argos were trying to battle back, had an opportunity in that game to have the tying run, I think even the winning run, come to the plate at one point or another late in that ball game. Couldn't get it done after a good pitching performance from Dylan Lawson. Turned around, came back on Saturday, and things looked great to get things started. Sal Farrow went the distance in a 7-inning game in which the Argos were able to run rule Valdosta 11-0, and it looked like all the momentum was in the Argos' corner heading into the series decider in the second game of the doubleheader on Saturday, but it went the other way. A complete reversal of game 1 in that doubleheader as Valdosta puts 11 runs up on the board. They get the dominant pitching performance and the shutout win. So the Argos were not able to pull out the series with Valdosta. It's a tough pill to swallow, but they were able to bounce back and have a midweek game, maybe to rebound a little bit with Spring Hill coming in. This one, a Wednesday night contest, ends up being the last home game of the regular season at the Spoon, where the Argos have struggled a little bit on the season at times. We had a chance to catch up to Coach Mike Jeffcoat after that game against the Badgers.
We pitched well tonight, we used quite a few pitchers, all of them threw well, and pitching kept us in the game. Didn't have a lot of hits tonight to show for it, but we manufactured some runs. We moved runners over, took advantage of getting runners to third, less than 2 outs, and wild pitch scores a run here and there, and just tacked a run just enough to keep us in the lead. Got out of some big jams right there with bases loaded in first and third, and only gave up 1 run, held our water. A lot better than we've done in the past. So it was good to see the pitching get going, for us to stay in the ball games and have a chance here down the stretch to, really get some momentum going. We got to have the pitchers doing better. But obviously the offense is still, a little bit back and forth. Thought we had some pretty good barrels. O'Shea hit a couple really hard barrels with nothing to show, with the bases loaded there one time, and executing the bunt no matter where the pitch is. We didn't do it there late. Struck out looking, but yeah, we put balls in play. Alden Davis executing a hit and run there early that led to our first run. Those are small ball things that this team is going to have to do to produce some offense. We are who we are, and we got to scrap to get what we get.
Baseball also goes on the road at Lee up in Cleveland, Tennessee to wrap things up this weekend. They have clinched a spot as well in the GSC tournament, but really kind of looking to get that momentum back on their side before heading up to Oxford in early May for the GSC Conference Tournament. Let's talk a little bit about all the successes that are going on when it comes to tennis and golf, and we'll start with tennis because they are playing this weekend up in Montgomery in the GSC Tournament. The men won the GSC regular season. In fact, went undefeated through conference play. They'll be the #1 seed in the tournament. The women, up and down a little bit, but we've seen this before with the women's team for the University of West Florida. They can get hot at the right time, and they've got an opportunity and the potential to run the table in the conference tournament as well. We do have some nods from the GSC that we need to pass along because we love to share these things with you. The men, Coach Derek Racine is the Gulf South Conference Coach of the Year, and Juan Cabrera, the senior, is the GSC Player of the Year on the men's tennis side. Bernardo Costa, Facunda Bermejo, and Tomas Descarrega also make the all-GSC team on the men's side. So congratulations to all of those players and to Coach Racine for another well-deserved reward. They will look to continue their season, win the GSC tournament, and set themselves up potentially to host a regional tournament as well. On the women's tennis side, Irene Requenso makes the all-GSC team, as does Sarah Yigan. And so those two players will be anchoring the women's attempt to get through the GSC tournament and win it after going to the final last year and coming up just a little bit short. So congratulations to Irene and Sarah for their play so far this season. Look for more to come from them. Again, tennis up in Montgomery this weekend, starts Thursday and goes through the weekend, and we'll be keeping an eye on that for you on GoArgos.com. We've got to talk about men's golf. They finished runner-up in the GSC tournament, but they easily qualify for NCAA regional play as they will look to make a run at yet another national championship for Coach Steve Fell. Elias Avisto ends up making the all-GSC team, as does Cameron Bonner. Of course, Avisto won the individual honors over at the GSC tournament in Magnolia Grove just a week or so ago. So the men getting ready to get into NCAA tournament play. And the women as well. Coach Kristen Dorsey is the co-GSC Coach of the Year as she leads her team to the GSC Championship at the tournament. That's the first time they've done that in a little while. So congratulations to the team yet once again. And getting a couple of nods, Aaliyah Skotka wins Freshman of the Year and also makes the all-GSC teams, as does Solange Gomez, who was the individual medalist winner in the Gulf South Conference tournament, makes the all-GSC first team. Of course, Solange qualified for regional play last year. Now she will take her team into regional play as they have qualified for their local regional and on into NCAA play, taking the whole crew with them. So congratulations to both the men's and women's golf teams. Those are right around the corner, and we'll, as always, keep you updated on that. And we want to pass along, we just had our Argies, our 2022 Argie Awards. Lots of great opportunities to talk about the successes both on the field and court and course and everywhere else, and also in the classroom. So many student athletes getting academic honors, graduating, which is, we got to applaud and clap for them as graduation is coming up in just a week or so for all of our spring graduates here in 2022, and even celebrating the ones who graduated last fall. It is a wonderful event, and we hand out awards as well for our top male and female athletes. And this year it went to DeAnthony Bell from football. He won our Hercules Award, and Esther Rosetto from swimming won our Atalanta Award. So congratulations, especially to those two student athletes. We appreciate you watching, and of course, go Argos.com. Get all the latest and all the goings on with UWF athletics on our website. We've got schedules, we've got results. You can watch our streams, catch up on everything you need. And then the Argo Armada app right there on your phone or tablet, a great way to get into our team's various social media accounts, schedules, all that kind of stuff there too, and even some special offers for Argo Nation. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Go Argos.